That must have been really hard when you went public that you are married to her now and then people weren't being supportive. What was that like when you were going through all that? How was she taking it?
She was just like me, surprisingly, although she's never been on social media. She was just laughing it all off. She said that nothing matters to her except the ones that are close to her. As long as me, my family, or her family don't think anything negative of her, I feel like nobody else's opinion matters because people just make an opinion for the sake of it. At the end of the day, it's the close ones or the people that actually truly matter to you whose opinions should matter as well. So that's the mentality and mindset that she had, which I'm really happy. And I feel like that's also helped her, like, get through everything. And she's just like me. She laughs at comments as well sometimes too. So
That's
it
amazing.
was good. Yeah.
That's good. Okay, can you tell me the love story then? Can we put the little like story on that? How did you two meet and fall in love?
I don't think the thing about that story is that I've never made it public, and I don't think I specifically can. So I think that part of it, we can just leave it to the fact that we liked each other, and our parents just basically agreed on the relationship. They said, like, our families liked each other, everyone was happy to move forward, and everything worked out. But the specific story itself, like, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to disclose it, only because in brown families there could be issues, or there could be some things that you shouldn't disclose. So specifically that story, I've never, even my close friends don't know. Nobody knows yet, and I think
Okay,
I might just keep it a mystery.
that's totally fine. But what was it about her that you just knew that she was the one? Can you answer that?
Well, the thing is, it gets a bit religious as well. So in our religion, there's a thing called istikhara, which is basically like a prayer that you do, which is between you and God. And the way it works is that once you do this prayer, you're basically asking God to guide you towards a right decision. If the decision is good for you, then make that decision happen. And if the decision is bad for you, then take that decision away from you. But slowly, like, slowly and surely, just take it away from you, and you won't feel any guilt in your mind about it. So after knowing her for a few years, my family did istikhara. Her parents did istikhara at the Khana Kaaba, which is like the holy great mosque in our religion. And after that, there was like no doubt in my mind that if everyone's istikhara is coming back positive, at that point you're just leaving it up to God, that He's telling you that this is the right decision for you in life. Because at the end of the day, you can never be sure about anything. You can know someone for 10 years, and at the end of the day, after knowing them for 10 years, they can still betray you, or there can be a lot of things that can happen. So at the end of the day, I feel like leaving it up in God's hands, and letting Him decide for you, and Him giving you the assurity that this is the right decision for you, was more than enough for me to know that she was the one.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, so you guys have been married for a few years now. What do you
Yeah,
think you've learned about married life that maybe you weren't aware of before?
I think that the promises you make before marriage are like complete bogus. You can be like, oh, after marriage, I'm gonna do this, or we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. I think nothing holds up. I think at before marriage, you're all like lovey-dovey, so you're making all these promises that I'll do this for you, I'll make sure this is done, I'll do this, I'll do this. But then after marriage, I feel like everything changes. Not only with just the husband, but with the wife as well. I feel like we both made so many promises to each other that we now look at and we just laugh at. We're like, yeah, there's no way I'm doing that. That was just in the moment of the time. So I think a lot of things change, but there's also a lot of positive things as well that come in your life. You become a lot more mature. You learn a lot about your responsibility as a person. Before living with my parents, I didn't understand that there's a lot of bills that you have to pay, because our parents take care of everything and they don't ever let us know. After getting married, you realize that you actually have to pay to live in this world. Nothing in this life is free. You have to pay for all the bills. You have to make sure all the rent is paid on time. You have to make sure you're providing a shelter, food, everything for your family. So I think it's a good change in a sense as well, but it just overall helps you learn about being more responsible and mature as a person.
Okay, that's good. Do you think you're gonna have kids soon?